Hi babies, how are you guys doing? So today we're gonna be doing I don't know, nothing special, just like a good old face. I don't know what to do for eyeshadow. So, you know, I don't know. Do you? How are you guys doing? How was your week? What'd you do? You know what? I feel like this is such an awkward video to make. It's not even that deep. I feel like I already talked about it, like me and Nathan splitting, but I feel like I was watching like the beginning of that video like earlier. And things, because I was like super hopeful at first, and now things are not like that hopeful and stuff. Let's just say the hope went away. He's gone. He's in Paris right now for Fashion Week. How lucky is he? You know. But yeah, so before you went away, do I just like go right into the video? Looks like it. Also, like, I'm expecting a phone call and now I'm like, it's annoying me and stressing me. I don't like, isn't it like the worst thing ever, just like waiting for a phone call? Because then it's like, it's my boss, and whatever he says, I'll call you in 30 minutes, there's a hot chance that it's either gonna be in like 5 minutes or in 2 hours, or he's just gonna forget to call. But he wanted to go eat somewhere, so I was like, oh, maybe we could, like, before we go to work. So I guess that would actually be good, because I haven't been taking the time to eat lately. I'm also like very stressed, so like my thing when I'm anxious or whatever, I have like the hardest time ever to like find appetite. So I'll eat stuff to survive. This video is so deep and so dark, and we're like 2 minutes, and this is like oh, you know what? I feel like my skin kind of looks nice. I went to Sephora yesterday because I needed like stuff to take my makeup off. I got this in a set. The Ordinary Squalane. I don't know how to pronounce it, but the Squalane cleanser, and it's like it almost feels like an oil, and especially with like the milk of magnesia that I've been using now, which by the way, somebody asked, I'm absolutely obsessed with. Like I think I just like still need to figure out like what ratio to use, but right now, and also I think I really need to do actually like moisturize my face a little first, and you know, there's a little prep to do prior, but like it doesn't feel like the first time I think I put way too much on my forehead, and right now I feel like my forehead doesn't feel like super cakey. Like it somewhat feels nice. So this is like good news. This is kind of hilarious. Oh, also my nose looking like an exclamation point. Uh-huh. But yes, I've like really been like, and I feel like it did make, so okay, actually, the other day, I think I put such a thin layer that I did absolutely nothing. So today I tried to do, because, well, it didn't do nothing. Like, I feel like it definitely helped me not sweat a lot. But to be fair, I had my breastplate on. I had, a wig on, and it was like kind of hot that day. So, truth be told, no matter what, I feel like I was gonna sweat a little. I had like a little bit of sweat going around my forehead, but overall, I feel like I wasn't dripping like I usually am. So far I'm very content with the milk of magnesia. I just need to figure out how to pronounce it. Also, I feel like it helps. It really helps me hide my beard. I don't know if that's like mentally or there's a science behind it, but I feel like it's helping me get more coverage. Like it sticks better? I don't know. Is bitch better? Anyways, so yeah, oh yeah, my life. So what happened is that I have been feeling so outsy. No, maybe I spoke too soon. what was I gonna say? Oh, my life, my life. So sorry. So what's been happening lately is like, okay, so me and Nathan, like, we got into this argument and everything. We decided, look, I don't think we're made for each other. We talk about it. I feel like in my last video, like, cause I really like, the thing is, like, I'm so emotional. I'm so like all over the place that I feel like sometimes I need to almost like have a step back. So these videos are like kind of good for me. Like it allows me to like just step back and watch and like kind of listen. Because right now I'm just spewing words. I don't necessarily know what I'm saying. I'm just going off to like whatever words are coming out of my mouth or my brain, or I don't know where they're coming from. I'm not a gynecologist? No, that's not the right word. Regardless of the word. Oops. Where was I? Oh. Yeah, so I feel like in the last video I kind of was like hopeful to make things work. And now it's kind of like, I don't know. So first of all, he's been gone for like, I think 2 days now. He's gonna be away for 20 days. And what we told each other before he left was that I was going to move out of the apartment, and I was gonna like, I said like I'm gonna make sure everything like looks nice and everything. And like I never left, because I do like kind of feel bad for him, because he literally like, he's not the kind of person who's gonna go and get toilet paper or like towels or whatever. So like I'm gonna make sure that he's gonna be okay. He's gonna have stuff to like, so he can feel home. Nathan's someone who needs stability. So it's like, oh wait, that's my ex. If you're new here, welcome to the drama channel. LOL. But yeah, so I really want to do everything in my power to like, have this be like the smoothest transition for him. But then it like low-key not love me. So anyways, so what I told him, I was like, look, I'll do everything in my power to be gone before you come back. And he was like, okay. And before he left, like he did lash out a little, saying like, a few mean comments, but it's to be expected, like everybody handles like pain differently. But I don't think like any of the things he told me like he really meant, so wasn't like super bothered. Actually, it was kind of rude. Anyway, you win some, you lose some. But yeah, so what happened was that, because before we like broke up, I was like, you know what, let's just like sit down and have a talk. Like, can we see if like we can talk things through? Can we like make it work? Like, what can we do? Because I'm somebody who hates to just throw away like relationships. I think that you can always work a little bit more. You can always like, if there's a will, there's a way. And one thing about me and Nathan is I feel like we really do have love for each other. It's just like, unfortunately, just like a lot of things happen that are, well, some were out of our control, but others were in the reach of our control, I guess. And it's just nothing really was done to patch things up. So one of my main problems is that because of Nathan's like discrepancies, he never really took the time to hear like how it felt for me, or like, and he told me, he was like, I just wanted to sweep things under the rug. Like, I didn't want to like go through them. And I'm like, that's maybe great for you, but what that does is like, that builds like anger towards me. And and I think it's ironic, because out of everyone, he should be the one knowing that doesn't work, because he had a similar situation where someone just told him like, look, we'll just sweep this under the rug, and now he hates that person. So I'm like, perhaps the irony isn't lost on me, but I was like, okay, would you be willing to like listen and to like try to make things work and like help me like, with your apartment? Just like, all I've been asking him was like for help, and it's just like I'm not getting any, and it's very like difficult for me to just, especially now that I'm busier, it's very difficult for me to just like glance over the fact that he's not really helpful. He's not really like a team partner. Like, I really feel as though I am just alone. And he shared that with him, and he was like, he wasn't like super receptive. Then he was like, okay, well, maybe we can chat later. I have an appointment, so I'll be back. He goes to his appointment, and after the appointment, I get a text, and he's like, we really need to talk. Because the thing is, it really, like, he borderline gave me an answer, well, oh, what do you want me to do? Like, that's very much, like, the vibe that was there. And for me, that was like, okay, great. At least I know that I'm not just throwing away something just because I'm emotional. Like, right now, if I'm throwing it away, it's because the other person I'm with is not willing to put in the work, or he's not willing to see what's happening. So I, like, it somewhat is a lost cause. So why should I make myself sick and think for the rest of my life I'm battling something that does lost my train of thought. Fully lost my train of thought. What makeup am I gonna do today? So anyways, so he texts me, he's like, we really need to talk. And I'm like, concerning what? He's like, I want to stay with you. I would need to talk. So he comes back and he's like, everything you told me before I left, like, I totally agree with, like, it really makes sense. And I'm like, how is it that all of a sudden you have like such a quick, heartfelt swoop change? Like, how can I trust that it's honest, you know? Where is it coming from? And I was like, fair enough, but at this point, one of my main problem is X, Y, and Z, and I just think that X, Y, and Z is very important for you, and it's just, you know, like, I don't know how we could just glance over that and pretend that it's not gonna be an issue in the future, like, you know. So he's like, kind of like annoyed at that, and then he's like, okay, whatever. Then it was like kind of hostile. It wasn't like the worst thing I've ever gone through in my life, but it was like a little like awkward. And all of that was happening, I believe, before he was leaving, or no, maybe like the day before. Yeah. So I get on the phone and I ask my realtor, like, hey, here's my situation. I would like to be out before the 20th. I don't know, like, what are the options, you know? She starts sending me listings, and then, you know, I think, what I think happened is, I do believe that Nathan somewhat took offense to me looking at the listing, because that kind of made it real. And the whole thing, by the way, you guys, really has been feeling like, at least on my end, it feels like fake and like a fever dream, because we've been like through so much that it's like, what's happening right now is like so little compared to what we've gone through. But I really feel like, at least on my end, I really feel like it feels done, you know? But at the same time, I truly cannot like fasten the right words to tell you how it feels, but it feels like it's not over. But it is. I don't know. It's like, it's very conflicting. It's very weird. It's very like confusing. But it's like, it obviously, it's like, it's done, but at the same time, in my heart, it feels like it isn't. But at the same time, I know like that I'm like, the best thing for me at this point would be to like get out of this. But a part of me wants to stay. And it's just like, this whole entire thing's been conflicting, right? Anyways, so I started looking at apartments. Nathan wasn't like really happy with that. It took him like 20 minutes. He was on Tinder. Like, Miss Girl was like, let me move on like quickly. Like, we're still like literally like watching a show in bed, and he's like, moving on, you know? Which, you know, this I suppose is like the kind of reaction that justifies what I've been feeling, which is he's not willing to put up a fight. And I'm not saying I wanted him to put like this huge fight for staying with me, but it's like, wow, I really like lasted 20 seconds, you know? It's just like, I feel like he's somewhat of a coward. And that's like a reoccurring problem that I've been having in my relationship, is that he is very like cowardly. I don't know. So, to make a long story short, I I'm looking at apartments. I look and I had a visit the next day. So and the next day was the day that he was like leaving for Paris. So he wanted me to have breakfast with him. I was like, because the thing is like he was a little passive aggressive that day, kind of like cursing you out, and the next minute, like, oh, so do you want to do this? Like, I feel like he was lashing out, but at the same time, it's like, babe, it's like, we've been there, done that. I'm not crying at a restaurant today. I'm not in the mood. Not a vibe. Like, so it's just like, also, my video had to upload. I did not have time. I wanted to clean the house. I wanted to make sure that when he was going to be gone, the house was, like, perfectly clean, and that way I get to, like, just have a good moment. But we did, like, somewhat get to an agreement. So we paid for like the year, so I really, before I move out, I want to make sure like I have my money, but at the same time I'm not gonna like stress over that, but at the same time I should, because like Nathan's not really good at like paying on time, especially when it came to me. Like he never like made me a priority. Like I could always wait, which anyways, so he leaves, I go to my visit. Place is gorgeous, like gorgeous. And also what happened, which is like I started like freaking out, like just because I was so emotional. Everything was like just going so fast, and I was like, you know what, I think I need to buy a condo right now. Like I need to buy a condo. Meanwhile, like, do I have the funds? Absolutely not. But I was like, you know what, like I'll figure it out. I just know I can buy a condo right now. Like I need to buy a condo. Like I don't want to rent again. I just need to buy a condo. That's like, and I kept telling that to myself, and I was like, so I told my real estate agent, I was like, so that one, because it was for sale and for rent, so I was like, that one, like what I would like to do was do you live there for like a year, so you do like your lease, but then the money that went through the lease is going to be your down payment. The So I told her that we looked at numbers, we talked and everything, so I really like was about to do that. I feel like throwing up. That's a tad bit dramatic. Where was I? Yeah, so I'm like, I go to visit, and in my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna buy this place. I'll just like, we'll buy it. So I go there. Rent is like $1,650 per month, which honestly is bad. Right now, I'm paying like $1,000 a month. So it's like, and it's a little smaller. It's not at a huge building. There's no common area. There's no, it's like very much like, here's your room, have fun. It was a studio, gorgeous windows, gorgeous windows. It's downtown. It's close to where I work. It's just like, it was perfect, and like the highest ceiling ever. The only downfall, honestly, was that the fridge was kind of gross. It was like, like it kind of like at my place here. So it's like it looks like it's a cabinet, and you open it and it's a fridge, but it wasn't like that. It was like, it was a cabinet. Then you open the cabinet, and then you open this dirty fridge that was like warm inside, and I don't know why it gave me the ick, but at this point I'm like, I really I'm not like gonna be like super picky. The place was like super gorge. The ceiling in the bathroom was like a little gross, but Windex or whatever, bleach, we'll figure it out. And then there was like some water damage on the, not the baseboard, but like those tablets, the shelves inside like the cabinets or whatever inside a bathroom, when there's like water that gets in between like the two laminated sheets, it like kind of like puffs up a little, and that, like, I was like, that's a little gross. Plus like the sink, how do you call it, like the stopper, how do you call the thing that's like inside the sink, like to stop the water from going in? Can't believe I don't know what that word is. Anyways, that thing was like broken. Like it just wasn't there, and the inside of like the inside of the lavabo. What the hell is that lavabo? Sink. Sorry. Okay. So yeah, the inside of the sink was like somewhat dirty. So I was like, okay, well that's not good. But it wasn't the end of the world. Like honestly, I really saw myself. Like it would have been like such a pretty place. It was like very like intimate, private. It felt homey. Although it was like a little dark. I don't know. Like overall, I feel like I would have done great there. And I really was like, okay, so you know what? I tell my real estate agent, I'm like, okay, you know what? So like, let's start a plan. And also, but the problem is like there was a lot of things that she kept telling me that I was having a hard time to understand, which that really I think made things worse because I'm like, I'm not sure I understand, but I'll just like go along with it because at this point I don't have time to like make sure I understand. Like for me, this I felt like rushed. I felt like I was in a race because the ultimate goal is like to not see Nathan anymore, right? Is to be like fully out, don't have to worry about it. Like it's done, it's over, next chapter. That really is like the goal. And I was like set, and when I set my mind to something, I'll literally do anything to make it work. However, I think that was my downfall because by doing so, I wasn't necessarily making the most rational choices. First of all, I'm literally going through a breakup, which I was in a very tumultuous relationship. And to just think that I can process this breakup by just pretending it didn't happen, or like, I did not even take a day to be like, you know what, like, let me just like recenter myself, take a breather, you know? I fully just went, you know what, survive mode, let's go, we gotta go. And I think that was like quite dumb. And I feel like I could have made like so many like impulsive mistakes just based off like anxiety and fears. Because you know, when you're like stressed and then you just make the absolutely most ridiculous decisions, like I really feel like that's the path that I was slowly going into. Anyways, I feel like I'm using the absolute, like, I'm just trying to show off words. I don't know. But yeah, so what ended up happening was that after my visit, I'm like, you know what? Okay, so what I would like to like offer the buyer is we'll do a full year. I want the money that I paid in rent to be my cash deposit or whatever, and then whatever is left for the down payment, I'll be giving like at the end of the year and start the mortgage. So I was like, no worries. And then I start asking her questions about mortgage, you know, because first of all, I'm gonna have to get approved. There's no guarantee that in a year I'm still gonna be like doing good, or I'm gonna be like, there's no guarantee there's not gonna be a panoramic or, you know, a monkey disease or anything that's just like, right now my life is not guaranteed, you know, like I'm always telling people how I'm afraid that, because I'm really like, I feel as though I'm living the dream right now because I have such a fulfilling job. I have such like great opportunities that but I also am not naive to the fact that it happened 2 months ago. Like it started 2 months ago. So it's not like I'm not all set. I'm not like, I don't have a guarantee that this is gonna work like during winter time. For like, I haven't done it for a year, so I can't know for a fact how much I'm gonna make this year. And you know, the thing is like, if I actually I called my realtor afterwards. Not so there's a girl and then there's like a realtor who I like actually work for when I'm doing the housekeeping, and because I feel like maybe he was gonna have like the best advices. So I'm like, you know, I was thinking about doing that, and then he said, but you know, if you do rent with like the promising of like you're gonna buy, the problem is that at the end, if you don't buy, they'll either charge you, they'll be mad, they'll like there's gonna be consequences. So it's not, when you do that, it's not really a, okay, well, if you want to rent and then after buy, okay, but if you don't want to buy, then you know, whatever. We just like, no, it's like you're wasting these people's times. They won't be happy. There's gonna be like consequences. So I was like, okay, well, I guess that's like good to know. And then he said, and also you need to look at how much it's gonna cost you. So you know, you need to do your down payment. Then you need to think about city taxes. Then you need to talk about like because it's condos, right? So you need to talk about what the frais de propriété. I have no clue how to say that in English, babes. Like the property. You know how like in a condo everybody has to pay like for like the common areas or like the roof or the trust fund of the condo. I really have no clues how it's called. Now it's bothering me. How is it called? Coproprieties? I don't know, babe. I sound so Quebecois right now. Anyways, so that was like $300 because like they're literally suing like a promoter or whatever that like ruined them, and they're in court. So the thing is like twice the price that it's supposed to be, because they're literally fighting right now with like, I don't know, misappropriated funds or Lord knows what, you know? So I was like, okay, well, that's already a lot, you know, 300. Then I looked, the mortgage would be something around like $1,800 to, let's say, 1,900 per month. That's the like the mortgage. So that's like way higher than the rent. And how do I know I'm gonna be able to afford that, right? But it doesn't stop there. So basically what he told me was like, do a Excel spreadsheet of like everything, what life costs you like every month. So I'm like, okay, cell phone bill, makeup, food, the taxes, the insurances. There was just like a long list. I don't remember everything, but at the end, I look and my totals come to 3,300 a month. And I'm like, so you're telling me my little drag queen ass doing housekeeper on the sides, that literally, by the way, the housekeeping literally doesn't pay me. It gives me like maybe $400 every 2 weeks. So it's like, no, like there's no way that's gonna work. And it's like, okay, like what if I save a lot of money? Sure, but do you know like how much I would need to save so much money to like be chill? So I was like, okay, you know what? Like, and I started like freaking out. I was like, oh, I don't think it's gonna work. So I ended up texting like the real estate girl. I was like, look, babe, because she kept like asking me, oh, this is the next step. This is what we need to do. Like, if you wanted, we need to act fast. And I was like, look, I think I'm making a mistake. I don't think I'm there yet. And then also my realtor was like, I think you should move back to your parents' house. Actually spoke to my mom and she said, absolutely not. I think that would be a big mistake. You live in Montreal. You're making your life in Montreal. I think you really should stay at least for a year. Don't buy. And she said, if ever you get in trouble, I'll help you out. Which really shocked me because my mom's always, like the way she raised me, she very much was the kind of person who was like, you know what? You made a choice, so you need to live with the consequences. Like I made the choice to move out with Nathan after like we dated for 2 weeks. My relationship wasn't guaranteed to be like super strong, or, you know, like I made a lot of mistakes in my relationship. And that caused me to, you know, like put me in a precarious situation that I'm in right now. So I can't, I don't know, a part of me really wishes she would have been like, you know what, figure it out, good luck. But I just like, I was blown away how she was like willing to, she literally told me, she said, if you find a place and it's like a little too high, like whatever, I'll help you with that. And I'm like, no way. Like that really, like, I was like, wow, this honestly, and the way she truly believes in me right now, like, made me so emotional because I was like, and like for the first time in my life, I do feel like I'm somehow like starting to do stuff that are helping me. Like, let's say housekeeping, although like it's cute, it's fun, whatever, it's not what my life's gonna be about, you know? Like I am meant to be a star, I am meant to be an entertainer. So like to be able to focus and stay here and like it just, I do, when she said that, I was like, you're totally right. Because if I move back to the house, then I'm gonna have to do like 2 hours of like transportation like every week, like 4 times a week. And then when I finish work at 4 a.m., how do I get back home? I'm gonna get a Uber, I'm gonna get like a prostitute cab. Like it's just, it's not logical. So maybe I'm gonna end up doing it. I don't know, we'll see. But anyways, and also, I don't know, I'm so lost in my story. But the way, anyways, all that to say, I was literally gonna buy a condo. Like, I was like, you know what? I don't care. I'll just buy it and I'll figure it out. I'll start like, I'll just figure it out. But I'm so glad that I didn't do that. But first of all, I don't even think I was gonna get approved because like, the way I, like last year I made no money. So that was gonna be like a challenge on its own. But yeah, so it really felt good to know that there's so many people on my side, like just like that believes in me. And I don't know, I thought my mom's tip to stay in Montreal was like so genuine and real, and to also just live on my own because I haven't done that yet. But now here's my personal dilemma, because I spoke to her, I told her everything, and my mom's never like spoke badly of Nathan, or she never like taught anything. She very as much like live and breathe. She's like, you'll learn from your mistake, whatever. You don't need me in your ears telling you what I think or whatever. She's never been judgmental towards him. And so anyways, I was telling her like, well, basically everything that happened. I was like, so like um I we got into an argument. He's saying I'm not making time for him. Meanwhile, he was already out. It's just like things are contradicting. And she literally was like, no, like everything you're telling me right now makes a lot of sense. So I don't know why he's telling you things that are, you're not the problem, babe. Like, trust me, or you're not the problem. And I was like, oh my God, thank you. And my mom's low-key like always the first one to like try to contradict me and be like, no, babe, you messed up. But she fully was like, no, like you don't understand. You have like the biggest heart ever. You take care of this guy. He doesn't help you out. Of course you're gonna be frustrated. That's like totally normal. But then I told her, and I was like, now my only thing that's like stressing me out is that we agreed for me to get out before before May 20th. No, we're July. In 20 days. And I told my mom, I was like, and you know what? I feel like I just realized why should I stress myself out? Like I'm good till, in theory, I'm good till the very last day of September. I could stay here until the very last day of September. Like my rent was paid. So why should I stress myself out to move out before Nathan's come back of his trip, to like make myself sick trying to find a place, to just pick whatever is there just because I need to move like right now? How does that make sense? What is Nathan doing to accommodate, to like help me out, or like to like, I'm literally doing everything for him. He's not gonna do anything to help me out, so why am I stressing myself out to make his life so grandiose and so easy? So I told her, I was like, worst case scenario, I can always stay like a little longer. Like, there's no rush to like leave before the 20th. So, and that morning I sent a text to Nathan. I was like, hey, worst case scenario, would you mind if we were cohabit living together, like roommates? And he said, which I thought was hilarious. He said, before I left, we had a conversation. We got to an agreement, and I would hope that you would honor that agreement. And that absolutely sent me. And I was like, I just answered with, sorry to have bothered you. I saw your story. I feel like you're having the most time ever. I'm just gonna wish you an amazing day. And then he said something, don't you agree? Or like, I just fully said, you know what, like, just, I apologize. I didn't say I agreed. So, but my thing is like, honor your engagement. I was like, that's interesting coming from the person who literally hasn't honored any of his engagement he had towards me. So it really blows at the end of the day, yes, the goal is to get out before he comes back. Totally. I really want to figure that out. I don't think it's good for me to stay here. But at the same time, I'm really like conflicted with myself because I feel like, again, I'm being too nice. I'm getting stepped on. What do you mean, Jean? I need to honor when have you ever honored, like this one time, no, like I can't go into details and start exposing because like that's not kind, but it's like, let me just tell you guys, he's been like, he hasn't honored any of like prior engagement, and like he had me waiting for stuff. He had me like, so like, let's not go there with the let me honor your engagement. I thought that was like very manipulative of him. So yeah, what are we gonna do for eyes? I don't know. me just curve my brow. Where I fully lost my train of thoughts sends me. I was like literally going in. I feel like that was such a good video. I feel like my best, you know what's sad is that honestly, I'm not gonna have any more drama to tell you guys anymore. Like, well, or maybe, you know what? Maybe there will be, but hopefully not. But I feel like the drama is always like kind of entertaining. The way I have like 75 gigs this week is like beyond me. Like I am gonna be double booked. It's like tomorrow I have like the brunch thing, then the next day I have a brunch again, and like Levoot, intense. We love that. Okay. I feel like I have two different brow shapes going on. Well, whatever. So, I feel like throwing up. This is so weird. Maybe I need like a little glass of water. One thing for sure, it's like, it's a lot of like emotions coming like right now. It's a lot of anxiety. It's like, not only do I have to deal with the fact that I'm like breaking up with someone, and truth be told, I dearly, Nathan is always gonna have like such a special place in my heart. Like, I know you guys see the way he's asking me right now to like post. Oh my God. He's like, oh, did you like post my letter? You need to find, like, babe, you literally went on 75 Bixie, right? You could have done that. I'm not gonna stress myself out for like a mistake you made. You know, what the hell is that? Like, the entitlement will like I'll never get over like the entitlement that he feels. Why should I help you out? Like, of course I'm gonna do it, but right now I'm not gonna stress myself to go like right now. I don't have time. So maybe on Monday, fingers crossed. Like, the hell is that? Like, I don't know, am I being a bitch? Or it's like, it's literally not my responsibility. Like, I'll do it, but stop harassing me. I legit asked you, like, I don't know, he's such an inconsiderate, and I'm so like the opposite that it's like, my face is droopy. Like, a lot. Let's try to fix that. Oh, maybe Maybe I should try doing it with a brush. But yeah, where was I going? So right now, I guess I decided, because I spoke to my mom. I was like, you know what? I think I should just chill, not stress myself out with anything for like a few days. Just like live life. Oh, I think it's gonna be best with a sponge. Just like live life and not like get super worried, like, and make rash decisions. So I was like, I'll take a few days. I think on Monday I'm gonna see my real estate agent. So I'm gonna ask him, like, you know, what would he advise me to do? Okay, the way I messed up big time. Ooh, that's pretty. Oops. Okay, hold on. I don't know why, but I decided I needed to like do a bunch of stuff that wasn't like necessary. Let me just like live with the consequences of my actions. So yeah, so right now I guess I'm just like I'm gonna take like actually I'm gonna take the weekend because I'm like working. So I'm not gonna stress myself out at work for that. I'm not gonna like, you know, it's just, look, if when he's back, the one thing I'm super against right now that I hate that I did is that I'm very against the fact that I'm like I agreed to stress myself out to get out of the house before he comes back. I thought that, like, what a dumb thing to do to myself. For what? What am I getting in exchange? Like he's not even grateful really for any of the things that I do. And it's like, why should like I get it, like breakups are hard and everything, but it's like, we signed a lease together for a full year. We paid for the full year. So why should you not live with the consequences of your actions? You know, especially the downfall of our relationship was your lack of, you know, in my opinion, like, yes, I was working a lot, but also I think one of the main problems was that he never took accountability. He never lived with the consequences of his action, but I always did. And now I'm like extremely triggered because I'm like, why should history keep repeating itself when, truth be told, like, I've been nothing but a nice person towards him, and I've been nothing but understandable. I feel like at this point it's almost like I'm being used, or I'm borderline being made fun of. I don't know, it's just like, it's truly not sitting well with me right now. I don't think that I should stress myself out to leave. Like, if I'm there until September, oh well, like, that's the consequences of your actions. You signed a lease with your ex. Why, you know, do you guys like know what I mean? Like, why would it be for me to like give up on everything and like stress myself out, and for him to just stay home and chill and like start talking to everyone, you know? What eyeshadow look should I do today? No. I really don't know what kind of look I want to do. Should I do purple? Okay, why not? Let's try purple. I feel like I haven't done purple in like the longest time ever. So anyway, so I feel like this is kind of where I stand now, in regards of just like living life. I am not gonna allow myself to be stressed out over that, you know? Like I'd rather take my time. And I don't know, am I a big asshole for doing that? A little, but you know what? Borderline, I don't even consider myself to be an asshole for thinking that way. I've like, and it's, you know, in life you give without expecting to get anything back. But at this point I just think it's, I I don't want to give. I don't want to give. I don't want to give anymore. I've given so much that why should I keep doing it? Like, have I not learned my lesson, you know? Because there's an old saying that says you accept the love you think you deserve. And I think I had a big wake up call. I was literally about to buy a condo that I was like probably not gonna be able to afford. I was gonna throw myself in so many in such a precarious situation, just for the sake of him being happy, just for him to like have his little thing going on, not to have to worry about anything, just for that. And it's like, meanwhile, what is he gonna do? Like, I know for a fact he's not gonna stress himself out to like get me my money back and like split the furniture. Like, I can tell you for a fact he's not gonna worry about that. I'm gonna be the least of his worries. So why should I? Okay, that was like a little toxic. Like, you can't assume stuff like that, but like by experience, like he's never like he's never shown that I was a priority, or that showed me mercy. I don't know. I don't even know what the word is anymore. Like, I'm trying to say he's not been like the kindest. If you know what I mean. Look at me using purple. Anyways, on a much happier note, I have 2 brunches that I was booked for. So that's like booked and busy era. We love her. Things are like overall doing good. I am alone here in this gorgeous place, so that's fun. I'm getting a little break. I get to see my friends. I don't have to worry about like coming back home like right away. It's, and I feel like overall I'm like somewhat doing good right now. Like, of course I'm like very nervous and stressed out about like the future and everything, and like what's my next move, but I feel like it's refreshing to be on my own. And it really has been like a wake-up call, because maybe this is gonna be like so mean, but right now, when I tell you I truly don't miss him, which maybe would hit me like in a few weeks or whatever, but it's like, that's how much he's like not helping around. Like, the house is in order at all moments right now. Everything just like looks fine. Well, also I wasn't working, so I guess like that's easy to say, but just like overall, I look like such a raisin. Is that the word, raisin? It is like, ooh, I feel like that would be pretty. Let's do that. Hold on. Let's smoke that. I look with this gorgeous little. Is it doing anything? Not really. It's fine. You win some, you lose some. But yeah, so I decided I wasn't gonna stress myself out. That's like, I guess, the moral of the story. And also, I'm like, a part of me is also a little afraid, because I wouldn't be shocked if, I think I'm gonna end up like having to remove a bunch of videos, because there's one time we had an argument and he said like, you're gonna have to delete like all the videos I'm in, like it's over. And I was like, you literally begged me to be in these videos and you got mad at me for not putting you in them, and now you want me like that. That's so rude. But But I think just for sake of like not ruining my channel or getting my videos flagged or whatever, I think there's a few videos I'm gonna have to remove, so yeah. But also, I think it's gonna be good for me if I wanna like move on and, you know, to just not be attached to that anymore. I don't know, it's a lot. I feel like it's a lot of emotion, it's a lot of like a lot of things happening inside like my tiny little brain. It's a lot it's a lot to process. That's like one thing for sure. But on a much positive rate, on a note that's like a little bit more positive, I feel like I've been like, well, that sort of is a lie. I was gonna say I've been like so positive lately. The last few days were like obviously like a little stressful or whatever, but I feel like overall I'm kind of proud of myself for how I'm handling. Like, not the beginning. Obviously, the beginning was like very messy. I was literally gonna go out of my way and ruin my life. So that I wasn't proud of. But where I'm sitting right now, I feel like I'm somewhat proud of myself for just, I don't know. what else to talk about? So, well, I guess this is like the point of the video where I literally don't have anything left to say. So, yeah. I guess this is like the silent part. I feel like my eyes look very snatched today. I'm loving it. No. What should I do? I'm not sure what to put on the eyes. Bloop. Oh my god, so the other day yesterday, last night, me and Zane, he came over, but like before that we like, cause I had to go do my assistant job, and it's like, it's right next to where he works, so it was like perfect timing, you know? So we met, and I was like, oh, you know what? Like, let's go. So I've never really smoked weed, but I was like, you know what? Like, I'm in a adventurous mood. Like, I feel like, let's just try. I can't believe I'm saying that out loud. I was just like, you know what? Let's just try. And so we went there, we got it. And then I was like, oh, I need contact solution. Because of course, he would leave with all the contact solution. So now I don't have any. And so I was like, I really need that. And then I was like, ugh, I also really need this makeup cleanser. So we went to Sephora, we got the Ordinary thing, which I'm obsessed with. You know what? I think I put too much. Oh, you're right back. Not answering now. So awkward. Might have lost my job. Knock on wood. That would be the worst thing ever. Because I really want to try this purple. To this Crete, I feel like I need something that's just like screaming. Although that is very pretty. Okay, hold on. gonna, I feel like there's purple stuff here. What does this look like? Oh, that's not purple, that's literally blue. Oops. It's like it's purple in the pan, so I don't know what happened there. But maybe if I were to mix the two shades together, I don't know. Not too shabby. I don't know what that means. Then why'd you use it? Okay. Maybe just like a fluffy brush to like somewhat blend that. A drag queen! Anyway, so we ended up like smoking a little pot, and we had like, I feel like we had a good night. We went chilling in that spa. We just, I don't know, like honestly it was so nice to just like, you know, just enjoy myself, have a good time. I love that. Okay, I think a few things left. This right here could use a little blending. I think this is kind of cute, honestly. I'm kind of living. Okay. Should I do setting spray or do we not? No, I need to wipe this. Okay. Maybe just a little. Yeah. Ugh, the eyeliner is the one thing I haven't found. Oops. I really need it. See, this one is like cute. This one's a little thick. Oh well. You win some, you lose some. That was my foot. Oh no, that's very like unfortunate. Oh, my nose looks so nice too. That's so rude. Okay. All fixed. See, I feel like I'm a lot more at peace right now because like in a few videos ago, that would have been like my 13 reason why. But I don't know, I feel like I'm so much more relaxed. Maybe I'm just numb. I don't know. I feel like I never really know what's going on. What lip are we gonna do? Well, I kind of know. I think I just want to do Whirl. Yeah. Cute. Okay, so I'm just gonna glue my lashes, put the wig. Well, I guess I'll just give me like 5 minutes. I just want to call back, just to see what's happening. Ugh, I really need to wear these contacts again. Like when I tell you they're beyond expired. like beyond. Anyways, so he's like not answering now, which is like great. Like, are we going for dinner or no? Just eat a banana. What hair should I wear? Also, what outfit am I gonna wear? What's the weather like? What can I wear to go? I feel like this is what I wore in my last video though, but she's just like such a good shake and go. Like I feel like she's ready to go. Hold on. Like the way I can just pop her on and lace is gonna be invisible. She's just like very convenient right now, so I think I might go for her. Or what could I do to like spice her up? Should I do like a F up, F down? Is it giving Ariani? Is it giving Arianka? Should I do like a messy bun? Can't even spell it. Oops. Like this, then right here like this. Maybe I should just like not be super lazy and like glue her down. Perhaps not. Absolutely not. Just like this way goes with everything. Okay. And what are we gonna wear? Just gonna put this and this in my makeup bag. Okay. This video is already like extremely long. I guess like you guys don't need to look at me like looking around the house. So okay, so we're back. We're sharpening. He is such an iconic person. He literally texted me like, "I'm gonna come pick you up with a scooter." Okay, so I decided I was gonna go for a King Kylie era vibe, so this is gonna be my outfit, but I'm debating. I wanna wear this with a mini skirt. Ew. I think I should go just because of like the look, maybe with the black it would be cute. Let's see with the black. I'm like, do I tuck in or not? Do I let it out? Oops, what is this? Oh my god, the way I'm losing weight. Let me see what heels. What heels should I wear? Oh my god, I got like a pair of heels the other day. The way like they ruined my feet, so I think we'll just go with the safe one. These I can never go wrong with. So, option one, how do I style? Should I go like this? I feel only thing missing right now in my life is like spray tan. I should have spray tanned. Ugh, my black tucking panty would have looked like so nice with this. Oh, now it's all wrinkly. Why did I do that? Or do I just go like this? That's cute. What if I tuck it in? Ooh, absolutely not. Ugh. Actually, I don't know what to wear now. I'm gonna have to steam this. Ugh, I really wanted to do like a King Kylie era moment. Let's try with the other mini skirt. Let's just see what it would look like. Oh, actually, I think I like it better like that. Maybe just like a little off the side thing. Let me just see what a bag, what it would look like with a bag. Maybe it's just a bag that's missing. Yeah, I think that's cute. Yeah. So that's gonna be my final look. All right, well, thank you so much for watching, you guys. Oh, the way I'm probably gonna film I don't know, I'll see if I can film the right or not. I'll make my bag right now, so that way I have everything. But thank you so much for watching. You know what, I think that's like such a cute outfit. It's like not too slutty, but it's just like slutty enough. By the way, because I have like costumes at work that I'm supposed to wear, but it's almost like always the same. So, and today I made sure I had a lot of time because I feel like we hadn't had the time to just like chat and have a good time. The way my beard is showing right now. But I feel like the mug's giving. She was a skater boy. I don't know what we're giving. Maybe I should eat a little something. I really feel like throwing up. I also got this purse. I know, I love how I'm like, oh, this video is over. I have so many things to say. I got this purse. It's like a Chanel vibe, right? So it's like giving Chanel. I think this is like kind of everything with this outfit. So you know what? I'm gonna, cause it needs like a little restoration. I'm gonna repair it like right now. And should I change contacts? Cause these hurt. Non, les yeux sur la route. Oh my god.
Ok, on y va.
Oh my god.
On est parti! Wouh!
Oh my god, it's so much fun.
Ben oui,
C'est comme un pixie électrique.
Ben, mieux encore.
Ben oui, c'est vrai.
J'adore le truc comme ça.
Oh my god. Je pense à la faire la plus iconique que j'ai jamais fait.
Je sais, moi aussi. Attention, il y a un gros trou.
Okay. Oh my god. The way I... Ugh, that was scary. Okay, so after club activities. So, what kind of car is that? I don't care. But yeah, so, I'm low-key stressed because you know what it is? Oh, am I gonna get flagged for the soundbite? Gosh, I don't know what that. But yeah, I'm low-key stressed because like, you know what it is? So okay, tonight, now I'm done, it's 2 a.m. Tomorrow morning, I have to gig at 11 a.m., which means I need to wake up early, right? Do my makeup, go there, and it's not downtown, so like, oh my god, the way there's sprinklers? That's human hair, mama. Don't do that. Okay, so, yeah, so like, I usually do that. It's like a little exhausting, but not the end of the world, no big deal. However, this Sunday, so right now we're like, well, technically now we're like Saturday, but I think that right now we're like, this was filmed on a Friday, and it's just like, it's 2 a.m., so it's technically Saturday, but who cares? Why was I telling you guys that? Right. So, okay, I have the thing. Then I need to go to my driver's license. So I finish work at 3. Then I need at 4 I have my driver's license class, which is like middle of shit nowhere. So I'm gonna have to go and drag. I finish at 5. I go home, refresh. Then I go to work at 6 or 7. Anyway, 6 or 7. Then I work until I don't know when, and then I have another brunch. So babe, she's booked and double booked and busy. So it's like not a lot of sleep in the forecast. So yeah, so that like, you know what they say? You win some, you lose some. And I'll get like a nice little paycheck at the end of the week. So, well, at the beginning. Well, on Friday or Tuesday. I don't know when. So, not complaining. Blessed and highly favored. I'm feeling like a lot more positive. Do I come across as negative again? Like, I'm really trying to figure out, because I've really, like, well, this video was like basically like just ranting and like being real. But I feel like I'm trying to be like less, oh, I feel ugly or whatever. Because I really didn't like that. And also like, I feel like lately I was like very tired and like negative. But right now I'm feeling like a little bit more like well rested. It's just, I guess I'm afraid to be negative again. I don't know, I just really didn't like who I was this past month. Because I was like, I had so many blessings. But you know what it is? It always comes back to Tamara, and she's a Virgo, so, you know, Virgo be Virgo things. But Tamara kept saying, when you're not happy in your relationship, you're lashing out to the world. So I guess that's what I was doing. But I'm afraid that when it comes back, like, let's say if I didn't figure out like where I'm gonna live and everything, I'm afraid that it's just like, it's gonna go back to that. So I really need to figure out a plan to like figure it out, you know? Right, people coming, ooh, thank God I saw. That was scary, you guys. Ugh. I feel so hot today. I don't know what it is. I just feel hot. I know I look hot, but I feel it too. I'm not like that. Oh. That club, okay, so okay, you guys know how like every time I come back home, well, maybe not, because I recently started filming the going back home part, but I kept like wondering, what's that music? Where's it coming from? What club is that? And we, earlier, with the legs, we went and drove in front of it, and it's like, it's this outside like cozy little looking club, and it looked like so much fun. Well, honestly, not really. It was like outside, but still, it looks somewhat cute. Okay, so I guess that's it for today's week's video, whatever. I'll see you guys soon. Peace. Signing off.